Yes, Robert and Dave, y'all. Southern Fried, talking wide, live shows, we keep it tight. SFP, bring the heat, every day and every night. We talk Southern things, boots and rings, front porch rocking while the rooster sing. From the morning prayer to the evening chat, if you ain't tuned in, where you at? We keep it real, we keep it right. Southern folks talking all day and night. Wake up early with that morning funny, coffee in hand, sky's kinda sunny. Dave in the AM, talking about the day, mag a minute, devotion, hey, we don't play. Mondays, mama says she's speaking wise. Hump day news, y'all better recognize. Fridays, prayer live, hands to the sky. Sunday morning in the word testify. We talk Southern things, boots and rings, front porch rocking while the rooster sing. From the morning prayer to the evening chat, if you ain't tuned in, where you at? We keep it real, we keep it right. Southern folks talking all day and night. Tuesday night, it's night talk deep. Dave's got stories that'll cut you deep. Front porch talking past the tea. Gossip about town and who's who see. Veteran of the week, salute and stand. Pets of the week, yeah, we love that clan. Recorded talks from crime to ghosts. We cover it all, yeah, we do the most. So hit that link, don't miss a beat. SFP's where the South folks meet. Laughter, prayer, or tales so bold. Southern humor with a heart of gold. We talk Southern things, boots and rings, front porch rocking while the rooster sing. From the morning prayer to the evening chat, if you ain't tuned in, where you at? We keep it real, we keep it right. Southern folks talking all day and night. So subscribe, tune in, grab a chair. Robert and Dave, y'all know we're there. From Southern fried tales to prayerful days, we bring that Southern fire in every way.
Good morning out there in Southern Fried Podcast Land. I'm Rob, that's Dave, and we're here to start your Monday off right. That show is brought to you by Patriot Mobile. Get out there and get you some Patriot Mobile. Go ahead and join, use that promo code Cornbread and get your first month on us. Yes. Come on, Cornbread man. Let's get this day started.
Let's do it. Happy Monday. Good to be here. Start off, hopefully we'll have not quite as much rain.
Good.
We got gully washers a lot of the weekend. Even yesterday it rained some. There was flooding in this area that I hadn't seen in a long time because so much rain fell so fast. They were showing some places in Hickson that were underwater, gas station stuff. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
But it's like, I don't know, 5 inches or something fell in a very short time. It was just crazy. Nowhere for the water to go.
Yeah, it's all full up there. Well, we got rain coming in here, it looks like this weekend. And right now, for us right now, starting on Thursday, they're starting with 70% chance with thunderstorms. The Friday, 64% chance with thunderstorms. The Saturday is 89% with thunderstorms. The Sunday is 62% with an afternoon thunderstorm or two. Monday is 71% chance with afternoon. So we're fixed to get into that run. We're fixed to get hammered here for a little while. But we need the rain down here so bad. But the bad thing about it is you start getting a heap of rain on this dry dirt, it'll start washing it off.
Yeah.
We don't need
James. James was coming over to the sports show Friday. Guess that was. It was hailing. I mean, he drove through hail. not a drive through the literal hail, although he might have thought it was probably like that.
I'm sure his car thought it was. What's the matter, Chuck?
I know.
I'm sorry. This
It's
little
good to
guy,
be here, though.
my little co-host here, him's feeling lonely this morning. Say hi to Dave, Chuck.
Chuck.
Hey, poor helpless little tiny kitty cat. Oh, him's laying on Daddy this morning. He's a very happy cat. Y'all can't hear his purring, I'm sure, but my gosh, this cat's got a loud purr. You want down now? All right, we're going. Go on, get your butt out of my face. Oh, he loves to park his butt right here for some reason. Almost like he wants me to sniff it so I can tell him what he's been eating or something. I don't know. I'm not doing it.
That's a rather disgusting thought this early in the morning.
Oh, there's worse. I cleaned his litter box yesterday. We can discuss that, but I don't think.
Well, no, I don't really care to talk about this Democrat platform.
There you go. I may refer to that as doing that job as that from now on. I got to go claim the Democratic platform. That's a good one. I'm gonna give you credit on that one this morning. Hey, thumbs up. Dave's rocking this morning. Look at that.
I had a down Sunday. Just didn't feel good, except for church. It was great. And being on the Empty Pockets podcast. Other than that, I was wiped out. I watched a good race, though. It was good and kind of a lounge Sunday,
Yeah.
But it was good. Kaylee, she's been a little under the weather. Her allergies. So we were all just kind of. I think even the dog was a little down. And Lynn fell going to the car, busted her elbow up a little bit. It's like, good grief, we're just rocking it this Sunday.
Well, I took care of stuff here around the house, and I went out and mowed a little bit, and got a little bit of gardening done, very little bit of gardening done. But last night I didn't. I started feeling weak a little bit last night, and this morning it's just carrying right on over. It's got to quit. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Well, we are glad y'all are up and at 'em this morning, and we want y'all to know how much we appreciate y'all and everything. And I'm gonna touch on this real quick, Dave. Our goal was 50,000 followers by Memorial Day, and we are so stinking close to it. And we appreciate every one of y'all that have followed the show, subscribed, and all that good stuff. Oh man, do we appreciate it. And if y'all would keep sharing us out, we're awfully close to making it. Y'all keep sharing us out. Remind your friends and neighbors that Southern Fried Podcast is out here, and we're here to start your days off and get your evenings finished up right. Share some news and some laughs. Get on Dave. Look at it.
If you don't have a Rumble channel, get one. Because we're doing a lot of things in Rumble now. Go ahead and have that lined up. But I want to thank the Angry Conservative for having us on. Rob will be on there probably in June. His interview series, and he picked us up 5 followers on Rumble. I appreciate his followers and for giving us a like as well and having a good time on there. A shout out to Miss Regina from England, who came on and we talked about faith, and she told some of her story, and it was a blessing. Had some people already comment across the world that got a blessing out of it. And then James, the Empty Pockets podcast, and his kindness this weekend as well. These good folks, and all rumbling. And we appreciate them supporting us, trying to help us out, lifting us up, giving us a hand up, not a push down. And we're trying to do the same thing for them.
And look, if you don't have a Rumble channel yet, what's wrong with you? Come on now. They're push our rights. They don't knock us down. They don't censor us or nothing. And I'm going to tell you, we're on their content creator program, and it's great.
It is. It's a real help to those podcasters,
Yeah. So if you produce a lot of content like we do, jump on there. It's worth it.
Yeah, we probably will always have all or most of all, unless they kick us out of the other ones. But we're gonna we're doing a lot of things on Rumble because we don't have to worry about that as much. So,
oh my goodness, there's some of them use certain words you can't even say. And one of the words that we can't say, R.F. Kennedy Jr. said yesterday or the day before.
yeah,
he said it on there, but he can say it, but we can't.
I talked to some other podcasters, and they were telling me about in code, telling me about things that got them struck, words, phrases. It's a litany of stuff, Or and Rob, I found something else out. There's one of them that'll kick you out if you get up on your soapbox too long. They call it aggressive. Not I'm trying to think of the phrase they use, but basically your aggressiveness. Their bots or whatever flagged that as someone who may be, spreading, I guess, hate and discontentment. So,
well, let me tell you something, you knuckleheads. Y'all haven't seen me on a soapbox yet. Y'all try that silly crap on me and see what happens. I will get on a damn blame soapbox. Y'all kiss my little white hiney. I tell you what, you ain't started. Oh my goodness. You want to give me a strike for getting on my soapbox? My soapbox is because you're an idiot, and then you gonna give me a strike because of it. I got rights, people. And my right is if you don't like me getting on my soapbox, you go ahead and strike me. I don't care.
So
Y'all gonna put me on a soapbox about me getting on my soapbox. What the heck? That's your fault. What do you do that for? That's your fault.
So if we could be on a rant about, I don't know, red ants getting, biting us while we're out in the field or something, they got to protect the red ants, I guess.
Let me tell you, that's a bunch of jackleg. I just found my jackleg of the week. Maybe for the month. My goodness.
Oh.
Is that an American company? Please tell me it's not an American company. It's not one of the big ones. It's got to be one of the big ones, though. My gosh.
Well, there's a couple of them that'll do that. It's not just one, but there is that potential out there.
My goodness.
Oh well, we haven't had that problem on the rants or the soapbox or whatever, but others have told me that they have.
Oh, I bet that ticked them off. I know that ticked me off. I think I'm gonna ride over Thomasville this morning, sir. Thomasville, GA. They just had a taste of the South. It is known as the number 2 city in the country for the food tours and stuff like that.
Cool.
Good eats over in Thomasville. I mean, some good eats. And I'm going to try to get by one of them famous good eats place today called Jonah's. My goodness. I need to get over there and do some work. We got to get some Thomasville stuff going on here. I like Thomasville. It is a beautiful town. Oh, my goodness.
Well, you got enough info to do show already for that house.
I do. And that's just one of the old houses, and I got to get that going. Thank you for reminding me. I've got pictures saved on my phone and everything else. I need to get that going. I will get that going this week. Beautiful, beautiful house. And, yeah.
Good morning, Miss Jen. How are you this morning?
Oh, there's Jen coming in here, going to keep us straight this morning. Yeah. She can do it too. Hey, did you hear what Dave said? There's some companies out there, some platforms that would strike us for getting on the soapbox. Can you believe that? They're going to strike us for me jumping up on my soapbox. Them knuckleheads. I don't know what the heck they're thinking. They're going to give me a strike for getting on my soapbox. I'll give them a strike right in the crack of their butt with my foot. I tell you what, oh my God. They'll give us a strike for getting on the soapbox. And it's early in the morning. What else are we going to get on? I mean, come on. We ain't gonna get on our shoes till we get to where we can move, and we're old. Dave, we're old. We're not. Well, we're glad you're good too, sweetie. Dave, I'll go ahead and admit this. We're not as young as we used to be.
Oh,
And we're turning into, and let's face it, let's be honest, we're turning into them grumpy old men that sits on the front porch and yells at the kids for getting on his lawn. That's what we're turning into.
No, I'm not that. But
And
you got a front porch now. Good morning, Miss Elizabeth.
Hey, did you know that Dave said there was a platform that would get on to us by getting on our soapbox early in the morning or anytime?
Anytime
that they would get on to us by getting on our soapbox. I tell you what, I'm about to get on my soapbox over them getting me a strike. I'm getting me over me on my soapbox. What the heck?
They call it aggressive talk,
Aggressive talk. Aggressive talk. My goodness. I'll give them some dad blame aggressive talk. Oh. I got a 55-gallon drum of whoop butt. I'll pour all over them.
I will tell you though, if you go on the Empty Pockets podcast, he will call you old because he said me and him was old, so I'm sure he would call you old too.
Well,
he said us old guys.
And we are. We're not as young as we used to be. All right, and I'll admit that. And I'm feeling it this morning, so the truth is coming out. I don't feel as young as I used to, and my goal in life has always been to live long enough to be a burden on my children. I want to sit on my daughter's front porch in my underwear, dipping stuff, and have a little trail of it run down the corner of my mouth, and shooting the neighborhood kids with a BB gun. Now, this may not be politically correct, but it sounds like fun to me. And those kids would run by to see if I was good enough shot to get them or not.
Well, we probably just got struck on that. That probably did it.
You think that put me on my soapbox enough for that?
That puts you on a list, if nothing else.
Well,
job well done.
Yeah. Ooh, Monday morning. Man, if we get a strike over that, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about that. I'm trying to shoot them with a real gun instead of a BB gun. One of them little red, white rider, one pump.
Goodbye, YT. It's been nice knowing you.
And we've been so careful.
Oh, man. We only have like 1,000 videos on there. Thank goodness we have just about all those on Rumble. We have over 1,000 on Rumble. Oh.
Here we go. Good morning, YT. Y'all are paying attention over there.
Maybe they're asleep at the wheel, or they're paying too much attention to someone else today.
Yeah.
People talking about Biden or something. Oops, we just did that.
Oh, there we go again. That's two. At least we're not talking about how he was an idiot and, brain damaged, old, senile, cover-ups and stuff like that. At least we're not talking about that. So maybe YT won't get. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's Monday morning. I'm not sure where I stand on this without trying to be critical. And although I get it, they still have to protect themselves. But I appreciate the mineral deal. But I was a little bit, some of the terminology that was being said around that time about other helps that we would give them, that part was a little concerning. I get it. To me, it just should have been a straight business deal. But they alluded to the fact it was going to open up some other things. Well, the news this morning is that we're going to send more Patriot missile systems in there, or missiles, Then we're dusting off some that we had over in Israel. They're going to send those over there. I get it that Russia's owned the skies and these have been effective in some of that, but I don't want us digging deeper here. I mean, push for a deal, yes, but I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Well, I'm gonna throw a thought out there on that. Russia hadn't exactly honored this ceasefire.
Well, neither one of them have.
Yeah, and something needs to happen over there. Russia needs to do it, and Ukraine needs to do it. They need to quit shooting each other, killing each other. We've killed enough people over there. We need to quit.
I mean, I get it. You got to protect your people while they dig for minerals, but I didn't figure we'd put anybody in there doing work until we had some sort of agreement. I mean, I don't care what part of the country it's in; it's a war zone. Yeah. That's the reasoning for doing that, I'm sure, but it doesn't. There's nothing to guarantee. I don't think that says you have to do it, but about sending them, I don't know. I'm cautious about anything extra we did. We put our boot prints on the ground over there anymore. Yeah. Good morning, Brosky Bear. Well, I believe that. I believe Zelensky's the problem, and I believe he needs to be. Putin is a jerk. I mean, but I think they're looking for the man's way out. Russia don't want to look bad coming out. If they can sing their Red Square songs and do their military parade, and Putin can act like he's the conquering hero. Walk. I mean, yeah, I think that's if they want to walk away. But Zelensky's already that little scumbag. He's always looking for a way to derail stuff. I've said he's got to go anyway. He's
well, as long as this war goes on, he's not going to have an election. So he gets to be the president as long as this war goes on. He's not going
to destroying churches and dragging old men and boys off the street to go fight on the front line.
Yeah. Did you see where Trump wants them to rebuild and open Alcatraz?
Yes, I don't think that's going to happen, but I get the reasoning behind wanting to do that. I've got no problem in making sure we have facilities to do it, but that's not a good site. I mean, it's on the National Historic Register, I think, and it's a tourist place. The reason they stopped putting prisoners there, one, the facilities are dilapidated, and even if you want to rebuild them, they said the cost is so high because of where it's at. I think he's just making one of those statements he makes. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know with the president. But let's make sure we got the facilities we need. The main thing we need to do is just lock these people up. You don't have to be Alcatraz. We got Gitmo. Why do we need Alcatraz? We got Gitmo. I mean,
a couple more. I mean, we need a couple more places like that.
Well, I agree. I think one should be in Greenland and one should be in Alaska.
I think one ought to be right in the middle of the Okefenokee Swamp, right here in Georgia.
Go ahead and swim. Go ahead and try to walk out, boy. If you make it, you make it.
What's that song about Old Red, about the hound dog,
Yeah.
You always got to worry about Old Red there at Okefenokee. Old Red can't make it through there. The alligators get him. They get you too. Go ahead, swim on out.
Hey, Brodsky Bear, my thoughts, and these are my thoughts, is that, and I think something has to be done with them, with that facility. I think they have to, because I don't think that you can, I don't think you can trust them not to do, even with all the agreements you want to put on the table. I don't think that you could do that. I think we have to some way knock that thing out. My opinion, it could be covert operations. Even don't have to be a strike. There's a way to do it, but it would take some planning and infiltration, and but I think have to do something.
See, I agree that it needs to be taken down. I don't necessarily agree with how. We've warned them enough. We have warned them over and over and over again. I mean, how many times do we have to warn them before we take action? And I think that we need to just go ahead and just bomb it.
I got no problem with them knocking it down and building it again, and it being a symbol. The problem is if we lose the next election, they're going to just shut it down.
Yeah.
You'd have to have some protections on it. They've tried like crazy to shut Gitmo down, and I'm not sure. They swore that Biden swore he was going to shut Gitmo to empty it out. I don't think it actually stopped being there, but empty the prison out. He was trying, but he didn't quite get there. I don't think Rob made it to the wrestling show. He did pop in here Saturday morning. Was asking if you were going, Rob. I can't think of that guy's name. The media guy, the engineer.
Okay.
I can't think. I can't think of that guy's name.
Couldn't make it Saturday night. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I will make it to the next one though, because I want to do some more shows with him. And did you get my thoughts there on the Iran thing?
The what?
Went on to the Iran thing. I think we'll just go ahead and just drop one in there.
Well, whatever needs to happen, I think they need to do something with it.
How many times do we in the world need to warn them?
Well, this country said we'll drop the bomb. They didn't say maybe, kind of, good. They said we're doing it. We're dropping the bomb.
Yeah.
Actually, the nations of the world that have any kind of sense should all be concerned. And in fact, even all of the Arabic neighbors of them. There's not a country around them that should not be worried about that. And offline, I guarantee you they are. And offline, I guarantee you they will help us. They won't let it be known publicly, but behind the scenes, we got any help if we want to land a plane, fly over their airspace, whatever we need to do, there's not a country over there probably around that would not let us or just turn their head because they don't want them to have the bomb.
Yeah. Miss Elizabeth, that's been done before. It was called Australia. They did that. And look, it worked. It worked. The ones that survived, now they talk a little funny. And they say stuff like, "G'day, mate," and stuff like that. But they're crazy and they get out and they chase crocodiles and snakes and they got them little things that they swing around, and go wrong. And, but that's people there. But they've built big cities and yeah, it's been tried before and it worked pretty well. Give it credit.
Yeah, they can't be trusted. That's correct. They cannot be trusted. I've had no use for Iran ever since 1979.
No.
8, 9, whenever they went in and took the hostages. They can kick rocks. I don't really care. I like the people of Iran. Wonderful. They don't like what's going on. And when they tried to topple that government, we didn't help them.
No, we did not, and we should have. And now
those young people were brave. There was a lot of young people died, and there's still young people dying. The girl that had the audacity to go into Tehran and take her clothes off to her, have a bikini on, in a show of just trying to stand up for her freedoms. It doesn't matter whether you think a girl should be walking around in the city in a bikini or not, or however. That's not the point. Is that they killed her for that, man. They beat her till she was dead, and that's the problem. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with right there. You got people walking around with electric kettle prods, and they give ladies zingers with them if they're not dressed right, and if they don't change their attitude or whatever, then they start, they'll drag them off the street and beat them. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you do. Just a bunch of idiots. I'm sorry, I'll say it. But the people of Iran they love the Western culture. They just want to be able to. They see that stuff on social media. They see the kids, and they're able to dance and do videos and all that stuff. And can you imagine being a young girl in Iran and you just want to live a life of a young girl, watching these other young girls around the world have fun and all that, and then you gotta, you can't do it, you can't do nothing. If you get out of line, they beat you back in line or kill you.
What would be funny? What would be just extremely hilarious? If all the women folk in Iran were hiding a great big baseball bat underneath them robes, and they come up there to give them a zinger with the cattle prod from not doing right, and all the women banded together and started to beat them to death with baseball bats instead of a cattle prod. Dude, that might be worth seeing. We wouldn't have to worry about that. You know, they got enough sense usually. We wouldn't have to worry about a nuclear facility over there.
You're right, Celtic Blacksmith. That's true, and I would say it too. But I would say that if we wanted to protect the interests of the United States, if we had assisted that in the hopefully the toppling of that may have been worse, but we might have come out a little bit better. Yeah, that was another one.
Yep.
It is. That's absolutely true. Talk to anybody that served there, and they will tell you that scarred a lot of American servicemen for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
I get it. I do. But the bomb, so people that do stuff like that can't be trusted with a nuclear bomb.
No.
Can't be.
Can't be. I mean, that's like trusting a kleptomaniac to go through the dollar store and not steal nothing. You know, my gosh. Oh. Didn't say good morning to the Celtic Blacksmith, Steve.
Steve's ready to go in and beat some steel, mold it, shape it. I can make it into my own creation.
Dude, it's Monday morning. It's way too early to be talking about Steve beating. Let's just go ahead on to the next subject. He's probably going to get him a El Camino this week. We was talking about how ugly they was.
There's nothing wrong with the El Camino.
Ugly.
They're classic.
It might be classic. It might be classic.
You see them at every car show.
Yeah. You see one, especially down here in the South. Every redneck dreams of owning an El Camino. That is the redneck dream. They're like, ooh. You just see them. Ooh, boy. It's El Camino. Ooh. You just see it. Every time.
Well, you being a redneck, when are you buying yours?
I'm not a redneck. I'm a hick. I told you that. There's a big difference between a redneck and a hick. You can house train a hick. Rednecks, you gotta watch every corner.
Making chips.
What kind of chip? No, still been only making chips. Is that metal potato chips or something, or what kind of chips you making? A Millie Billy. Yes. That's what I want, an IROC Z. There we go. I could wear my mullet wig, ride around in that all day long. Let that hair be flying back behind. Oh, yeah. Pull up side, folks. Hey, y'all. Check this out. KS2 Birds. What?
They've joined Instagram. I'm just letting.
Oh. Well, thank you, KS2 Birds.
I kind of think Rob is going to be one of those guys. He's going to hit this midlife crisis thing. He's going to have on the shirt unbuttoned down to his belly button. He'll have on some, flash. He'll have on some gold rings on his hand, and have him a walking stick with a gold handle and some really strong cologne out there cruising the streets.
Gotta have a gold chain hanging down too.
Gold chain, yeah, gold
with
chain,
eagle on it or something.
Yeah.
See, I could do that and wear my men's bikini swim trunks. Chips, brass, aluminum, yum. But see, if I had my men's bikini swim trunks on that, wearing that outfit, that'd work good too. Gotta have that shirt on over everything though,
Be buzzing the waitresses at the Waffle House, putting quarters in the jukebox, trying to get them to come over and dance with him.
Yeah, I could do that. That's me right there.
drinking that coffee all day long. He'd be one of those that hangs out about all day. You know. The mayor of Waffle House, which y'all don't even have a Waffle House, right?
No, I'd have to go all the way down to Redneck Riviera to get to a Waffle House. But you know what else I have on the way that I stop at every time on the way to Redneck Riviera? We go right by a Denny's. And by the time you get down there, you're ready to stop at the Denny's. So I could be the mayor of Denny's.
I like Denny's.
I do too.
I go to one every time we go to the mountains.
Yeah, and it's like every time I go to Redneck Riviera, going the other direction, I go to one. I have to take a picture of it next time I go down. How about that? And you take a picture of yours next time you go to the mountains. Well, that way we can have Dave's Denny's and Rob's Denny's. Steve, you got a Denny's up there? How about you, Jen, Elizabeth? We got to get pictures of our Denny's up here. You got to send us pictures of your Denny's. You got to stop there, too.
There's one in Resaca, Georgia.
Yeah.
Right there at the truck stop.
I used to love those commercials. You know, at Denny's. You know, I bet there's got to be a Denny's up there. Come on now.
There's no Denny's in this area. You have to go outside the city. I've never understood that, but there is no Denny's. You can keyboard warrior all you want. There ain't no Denny's. You got to go to Cleveland, if that was even still open, or Resaca.
No, I was looking to see if there was one near Rome.
I don't know why, but they.
Oh my gosh. There are only 6 Denny's in Georgia.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
Columbus, Brunswick, Byron, Richmond Hill, Resaca, and Locust Grove.
Brodsky Bear, I have an IHOP right down the road from me. I haven't went there in years, to be honest.
It's just 3 Waffle Houses and a Huddle House.
Look at Steve's.
Yeah. Well, I bet you know exactly where that Denny's is. That's probably your favorite place to eat. Look across the road, think about
when he goes to one, he has to visit the other. You know, it's like a twofer.
Yeah.
2 for Tuesday. I just want to know which one he goes to first.
Which one do you think? It darn sure ain't the Denny's. He goes over to the other one and works up an appetite. Then he goes to the Denny's. Probably why they put the Denny's there. It's good for business.
But there's a we're gonna get in trouble. There's a difference though. When he goes to the other store, he's got hair down. When he goes to Denny's, he puts the hair up.
Now, if he goes to that other store first, I guarantee you his hair is down. I guarantee you, he's got that hair down when he comes back.
Oh,
oh, Brosky just got you, Steve Celtic. Oh my goodness, that's a good one.
Oh,
We gotta put that up. We gotta put this other one up too.
oh man.
Oh, Brosky, you gonna pay for that one. I'm gonna warn you. I got on Steve a long time ago. He never got off.
That's hilarious.
We fire back at each other, but I think he's in the lead.
Oh.
Send him a T-shirt so I can kind of get caught back up.
It ought to be a law to be that sharp on a Monday morning as Brosky Bear is swinging it today.
Dave, you might want to be a little careful. I mean, because if he's swinging that hard on a Monday morning, you might be in trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh. That reminds me of a song. Loving you's like frying bacon naked.
Oh, yeah, you saw it.
Okay, let me read it out for you, sir. I've got it pulled up on the screen. Brosky Bear said, it's a package deal.
and he had to use the package.
Hopefully, he gets his sausage from the Denny's, not the adult store. And he called it a package deal.
A package deal.
Yeah. Hopefully, he gets his sausage from the Denny's, not the adult store.
Ouch.
And Steve's using red lights to type.
Somebody's blowing the horn behind Steve because he's typing out his response and the lights turn green.
He's like, "You're not getting away with this, Bubba. I don't know who you think you're messing with. I drove my escort through a creek one time to catch a smallmouth bass. You don't know who you're messing with."
Oh, man.
All right. Well, if you don't have a Denny's in your area, send us a picture of your IHOP. Yeah. That's probably pretty close to it, Denny's.
Which means you have to be in the picture, not just a stock picture offline. You have to actually take the picture
with you in it.
Yeah.
And don't put your picture in front of the stock photo either. We want you there. Go in there and think you fool us. We'll spot it. Don't they?
No Photoshop. Which that's kind of old school now. They so many other things, although it still works.
I think when I go back down to Panama City, I gotta go by Sharky's over there and see if I can shove myself up into that shark's mouth and get a picture. Okay, I got IHOP. Laugh out loud. You know, my sister got a job at IHOP. I was glad. You know, I mean, she was looking for a job for a long time, and she finally got one there. It was perfect for her. She's only got one leg.
Rob.
What?
That was weak.
There you go, Broski. Steve said, "Broski, don't judge me on how I subsidize my income. Sometimes the sausage deal at the adult store is too good to pass. I got bills to pay."
Oh man. Is that, I wonder if that's like one of those, like where they've got one of those plasma centers. If you're close by a plasma center, I mean, you're going to get all those people coming in after they get donated plasma.
Just said, laugh out loud. I hear you. Oh, Jenna's going to go to the. Is your IHOP across from adult store too? Oh
man.
Dude, I have never noticed that. We're going to have to start looking about that now. About these Denny's and these IHOPs and see if they're across from the adult stores. That would be funny if there's like a trend for that. No. Are you sure? You sure they didn't sneak one in? Like at the back of somebody's house or something? With light and you got somebody out there with a trench coat? Hey, what about sausage? Or something like that. I'm talking about the Denny's, not the adult store.
That's the most disgusting.
I got some scrambled eggs here. You want some syrup for them pancakes? What? I was talking about the Denny's.
I know, but you're talking about like some perv in the Denny's or something. I mean, come on.
Oh, we had the fish store. We was talking about the guy down there with a trench coat and go, "Oh, want to buy fish?" Well, I guess that's convenient. As far as which place I visit first, The only correct answer is the adult store is the first place I go. It's no fun browsing Happy Time toys when you're about to drop a record-breaking dirt. What? I'm lost.
Oh, don't get found.
I'm lost,
You
Dave.
can't go anywhere but down with this one now.
I know I can't say anything. And
No.
there's 20 things that just popped in my head. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm lost.
Steve, you're good for 3 red lights now.
I can't even comment on that. Yeah, I picked that up, dude, and there's just nothing I can say about it.
Oh.
Brock said he hadn't even had his coffee yet.
Oh, man.
I'm here now. No red lights. Buckle up. Hey, Steve, did you see what Jenna said up there? She said the adult bookstore is out here near my house. That's a lot about convenience right there, ain't it?
Oh,
I
man.
mean, you take care of the dirt snake and then you go to the bookstore. What? We're grossing you out. What? Miss Elizabeth. You gonna send us a picture of you going into the IHOP? We need one of that. And what's wrong? You've never been to the adult store. I haven't, hardly much, often. But down here in Colquitt, we don't have one of those things. I gotta go plumb to Tallahassee or Dothan or Albany if I want to find one of them. They said no. Oh, Jenna. Steve said no. Convenience is not an adult store; it's a convenience store. Duh. I think you've got the two stores mixed up. So if you've been looking for something in particular, that might be why you can't find it. You're at the wrong store. You're at a convenience store. You're going in and go and say, "Hey, I want a Slurpee and I can't say anything."
Oh, don't say Slurpee.
Dave, you just killed me. No, you didn't. From the peanut gallery. That was a good one. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Steve says, oh, please. It's 2025. Every woman's got a hoo-ha rattler in the bedtime. A hoo-ha.
There's just nothing you can do without that's going to be of any value.
No.
Going forward.
I'm never going to be able to get another Slurpee. Never. Some of these models of hardware will rattle out their tooth fillings if they aren't careful.
You went there, Rob. He said,
I'm still about halfway tore up over the "don't ask for a Slurpee" comment. This is, oh my God. I gotta find one of those. Where do you live at, Steve? I'm coming up for a visit. We got to go to the Denny's. You could use it to pull the air bubbles out of fresh pork concrete. Miss Boots says she goes every chance she gets. She's laughing her butt off. I'm glad we're irritating y'all this morning because people don't know what we're talking about. They got them rigged to 20 dry cord. Is that one of them big ones that kind of looks like a jackhammer? It takes 3 people to operate.
Oh my goodness. Happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday, guys. We're going to start your week off with a blast.
What's in your pocket?
I hope it ain't a Slurpee. Oh, I'll never be able to order another Slurpee, Dave. And that's a big thing out here in the South. Steve says, all right, I'm done now. I'll behave, baby. Don't start now. Brusky says, coffee almost ready, getting there. But Slurpees are a thing down here, Dave. I'm never going to be able to go in and say, hey, I want to get a Slurpee. I'll never now be able to do that. Thank you, Dave.
You'd be like, hey, I want one of those things with a cup, you know.
Yeah, with the ice and Kool-Aid stuff, that tastes good. And you're gonna go, oh, it's Slurpee? And I'm gonna be like, no! You just ruined it.
Some girl with no teeth says, you want a Slurpee?
No.
Don't you scratch that. Take away the last comment. Start over.
There's our strike.
7-Eleven. Not convenient. You go to a lot of them stores and the Slurpee thing is out of order anyway. It's just got they've just made it. It's like it's not ready.
You're not helping your situation any this morning. You're not helping this. A lot of those Slurpee machines are self-serve now. So you get a self-serve Slurpee.
True.
Yeah. So then you get scalped, and then you get a Slurpee. Oh, wrong Indian. Are you talking about the ones like with the dot on their head? I bet you if you push the dot, you can get a Slurpee.
Yeah, if you have to watch which ones you go into. The coffee in some of those will blow your brains out. I mean, wow. Because they just reheat that coffee until it's gone, man. They don't like making new coffee.
Speaking of coffee, I know we're just a few minutes out, but I need to go get me another cup. Y'all about killed me this morning. Yeah, the push start Indians, not the woo woo Indians. Hey, Steve, do you know why those Indian women had that red dot right there on their forehead? They have push starts and pull starts. But no, really, do you know why Indian women have that red dot on their forehead right there? I'm going to wait for you to answer before I tell you my answer. All right, Dave, let's continue on. What else did you want? We were still discussing Slurpees and how some of them are now self-serve. You go out there, you turn the handle, it pours out.
He said no idea.
That's where their husbands go up there and like, why are you so ugly?
Rob.
Dot, Brusky. Dot, that's where that dot comes. Why are you so ugly? Look there, see, I'm starting to get one already. All right. So you go into the store now to get a Slurpee. And number one, you have to choose the flavor. Do you want a red Slurpee, a brown Slurpee, a green Slurpee, whatever? And then you have to turn the handle on the thing and it pours it out into your cup. You go up there and you go, here. And he looks at you and he goes, oh, you got a Slurpee? So now you have to figure out how you're going to answer this question. I'm never going to be able to do it because if he asks me that question, I'm never going to be able to answer him. So, thanks, Dave.
Just use the universal language. Just put money on the counter. That's all you got to do.
Oof. I just figured that they used red Sharpies to show everything in the store that wasn't for sale. Okay. That's viable, probably. Oh, what you mean I can be okay for waiting a few minutes for coffee? I might not. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're not taking a break now. We're in the home stretch, bro. Bro.
Don't call me bro, Penny. You calling me bro? I'm calling you Penny.
You blew right through the commercial time, so now you're stuck. I wonder how many red lights Steve missed. You know, he was so busy.
None, because he was wanting to type. He didn't miss no red lights. He probably stopped at a couple of green lights.
TMT, bro.
Oh. Bro Jackson. Oh.
We do hope you have a happy Monday. It started off, if you were with us, very strange, but it'll go uphill from now. It can't go much further downhill.
Oh, it can. But y'all have fun with it. Roll with it and have fun.
It's Monday night for Mama Said with Miss Elizabeth.
Yes, and we'll ask her about the trips to the adult store. And she said she goes to one every chance she gets. But question: is it across from a Denny's or a Yeah. Roski, did your coffee ever get ready? I'm gonna get my coffee vicariously through you this morning. It's your TMT bro and Bro Jackson self.
Folks, our website is now live, southernfriedcornbreadnation.com, and we'll be adding to that, but the link's on there under the one of the selections put you to most of our links. We've got to add a few in. This is first gen website and got most everything up. We're going to have to add the Patriot Mobile, which came along later, and embed a player and all that, but we're getting there. But that is up. And we're going to order our samples from coffee manufacturers today. Hopefully, we'll have that decision by the end of the week. Get everything set up. I still have a goal of June 1st, the Southern Fried coffees being available, different blends. We'll be talking more about that. So that's available. Thanks to you, though, who have bought from the store. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's nice. And also to James, which became a monthly supporter on Buy a Coffee for the podcast. So, James, if you're listening, thank you. He may be working today. I'm not sure. So his is a process.
He's going all out there. All right. So, she's yaying about the webpage. Yeah, we got stuff we got to do on there. We got to do our blogs. We got to do our.
Yeah, we'll get all that added.
Yeah.
But it is there, and it looks good. Got some of our logos, tells about us, what we do. We even got a couple of praises on there from people. Ah, interesting. And got our links. So we'll be adding to that, but that's a place where people can go and find most of the links that we have. All the ones that all the big ones are there. Certainly, there's probably, I don't know, close to 20 links on there for different streams we have. I was clicking through some of them, making sure they were still working and everything. But yeah, we're moving along. Moving.
Well, we got to keep them doggies moving, right? Oh, there's
one of the greatest scenes ever in movie was the Blues Brothers singing in that country bar.
Yes.
That was one of the greatest scenes ever. I love that whole thing.
Did not know what to sing at all, and they go rawhide.
We're the good old boys beer band or whatever. They start out trying to sing blues.
Yes. They're like throwing stuff at the thing, busting stuff. Official coffee is ready. Okay. He's got his coffee ready. All right. Yes, and Blues Brothers was classic.
All right, sorry, my mic went solid on me on the Rumble Studio side. Sorry, I got that fixed. It's good to have Miss Regina popping in this morning, and would be afternoon for her by now. After 12, or right at 12. Shout out to you. Blues Brothers was a classic, absolutely. Every part of that movie was just amazing.
Yes. When the two Nazis are falling after they've went off the bridge and everything, and they're falling down to the ground, and the one looks at him and says, "I have always loved you."
My favorite part of that scene is they ask the officer what's going on, and he goes, well, he says blanking Nazis, and he says, "I hate Illinois Nazis." Like there's different state Nazis that you can either like or not. That line just kills me. Like, I hate Illinois Nazis, and they just take off and run them off the bridge. That movie's twisted, but it's funny as heck.
Oh, Carrie Fisher with the gun trying to shoot them down. Oh my God. How in the world did they get her to do that? And that was after Star Wars too. So she already, how did they talk her into that? But that was,
I don't know.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Probably just a chance to work with comedic geniuses as Belushi and Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Just amazing. There were some other people in that movie that were funny too.
Yeah, but then they went back and they made that sequel, Blues Brothers 2000 or whatever. That had John Goodman in it. Nowhere near as good. Nowhere near. You could tell.
That's interesting, Brodsky. I never thought about that.
Oh, okay. You learned that from living in Illinois.
Interesting.
All right. Well, it's 4 after. Dave's got to drop youngins off. He's got to go to work.
I do.
I got to go in here and get gussied up for the day. So we hope we started your Monday morning off with a laugh. Get out there and have some fun. Get through this first day of work. Yes, we'll be here tonight. And y'all come on back. See us about 8 o'clock tonight. And throw your comments up there, and let's get on here and have some fun tonight. And for for Mama Seb, we'll have Miss Elizabeth on. So, hey, y'all have a great day. God bless you. We salute you. Dave, you got anything before we skedaddle?
No, just go take your pictures in front of the Denny's and the IHOP, and Maybe turn the other direction across the street if you want to take that picture too. That's fine as well.
That little store across the road.
If it's there.
Okay. Okay.
There used to be, real quick, I was asked to come speak at this for this group. They were meeting at a restaurant. Great restaurant, by the way. Great restaurant. I won't name them just because of what I'm fixing to say. It was nothing about them. But when I got there, it was pretty packed around the it was right off the interstate. And it was down a side road, and there was 3 businesses on that road. It was a short road. Hotel, great diner, and yes, the adult bookstore right next to that. And the only parking that was available, yes, you guessed it, was right in front of the adult bookstore. That's the only place I could park.
Right. I'd have parked with pride, sir. With pride.
I said, I hope there's nobody filming this. Yes, have a great day.
Have a great day. Salute. We will see y'all tonight. Appreciate you guys. Y'all like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes, Robert and Dave, y'all. Southern Fried, talking wide, live shows, we keep it tight. SFP, bring the heat, every day and every night. We talk Southern things, boots and rings, front porch rocking while the rooster sing. From the morning prayer to the evening chat, if you ain't tuned in, where you at? We keep it real, we keep it right. Southern folks talking all day, night. Wake up early with that morning funny, coffee in hand, sky's kinda sunny. Dave in the AM, talking about the day, mag a minute, devotion, hey, we don't play. Mondays, mama says she's speaking wise. Hump day news, y'all better recognize. Fridays, prayer live, hands to the sky. Sunday morning in the word testify. We talk Southern things, boots and rings, front porch rocking while the rooster sings.